Okay, we return to line equations. Again, today's lesson is really to help you if you have forgotten a bit of what we did at Nat 5. This is really about making sure that you can have all the basic skills, all the foundational skills that you need to answer all the type of questions that are coming up. And you need these skills later on, so that's why we are recapping them. Tomorrow, what we'll be doing is a little bit of new content that didn't appear in Nat 5. So having these skills to hand is going to be really important for that. So here's our reminder. There are really two ways that we can give a line. One of them is to know 2 points in that line. As soon as you've got 2 points, you then immediately have a single straight line that goes between those 2 points. So if I give you any 2 points, we should be able to find the line equation y equals something that goes through those 2 points. So you might be reminding yourself now, thinking back to Nat 5, going, oh yeah, I do remember doing this. So hopefully by the end of today, you're really confident with finding a line equation from 2 points. And there are actually 2 methods for doing that. I'll go through both because I know some people have met one and some people will have met the other. And both are equally valid. So I will mention both. At the moment, I am not too worried which one you're using, so long as you've got a method that you can reliably use. The second thing that we might get given about a line, we might not know 2 points, but we might know how steep a line is. So you might know its gradient. Well, knowing its gradient's not quite enough, because if that's our line, then any line over here will also have the same gradient. Anything that's parallel to that line will have the same gradient. So just knowing its gradient is not enough. The other thing that we will need to know is some point on that line. As soon as I pick a point and I have a gradient, there's only exactly one line that goes through that point with a gradient. So these are the 2 types of information that we need to be able to find a line equation from. And once we can find a line equation from these bits of information, we can get on to some of the slightly harder work that we are trying to get to, stuff that you haven't met at Nat 5. So these really are Nat 5 skills that we're revisiting, but hopefully by the end of today, you'll be remembering how to do them. There is a wee extension task today, which you can have a go at if you think, hey, these skills are a bit easy. I can remember these from what we did at Nat 5. So let's look at our first question. Our first question is this one. We've got 2 points. First thing we need to do, if we are given 2 points, is we actually need to find the gradient. So remember, we write down m. Now actually, this is something we didn't do at Nat 5, but we might have our points labelled A and B. So often you will see written MAB. That means the gradient of the line between A and B. So this is a little bit of an adaptation from what we've written when we've been doing stuff at Nat 5. We like M, which means gradient, and a little AB, which means the gradient between A and B. We write down our formula. Now, I'm not going to go through why this is the formula again, but remember it's y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We need to label up our points. Well, this is x2, y2 is that point there, and x1, y1 is that point there. Putting our numbers in, we have 5 minus 7 over 2 minus 4. Make sure you follow that formula really carefully and don't mess up that step there. So we've now got our gradient there. Top line is minus 2 over minus 2. And so our gradient is actually 1. Apologies that I'm working along. Normally I'd work down, but I'm slightly running out of space on the camera. So it's the reason I'm working along. I'd prefer you to work down. Now, we have 2 options at this point. Option 1 is that you use the formula y equals mx plus c. And into that formula, you put our gradient, which is 1. So you get y equals x plus c and then you substitute in one of our 2 points. I'll put in 4, 7. So 7 is our y, 4 is our x, plus our c. And so c equals 3. I'm just taking 4 off both sides of that equation. So 7 take away 4 is 3. Left is c. And so, sorry, I've run off the bottom. Didn't realise. So y equals, remember, gradient is 1, so 1x, or just x, plus 3. Okay, so that's option number 1. Totally happy with using that method. Option number 2 is there's also a second way to do this. There's a little formula that says y minus b equals m x minus a. Now, these two are doing exactly the same thing, okay, but in slightly different ways. A and b are our point. So if we run back up here, we've got pick either of our 2 points, and that's A and that's B for that point there. So we've got y minus 7 equals 1 times x minus 4. And then we rearrange. So we get y minus 7 equals x minus 4, just expanding the bracket. Adding 7 to both sides, we get y equals x plus 3. So you see we get, I've not put the 1 there, but you could put the 1 there as well. We get the same formula for our line, whichever way we do it. It's just a matter of preference, which one you use. You'll see this one in FQA marking schemes more often, but this is also a valid way to do it. So use the one you're comfortable with, but I wanted to show you both options, depending on what you met before. I'm going to set you another question. So this is one for you to try, and then in the next video I will answer this one and we will run through both methods again. So whichever method you're using, that is fine. So find the equation of the line through the points and I'm going to give you 2 points. So the 2 points we'll go for this time are 4, 8 and what have we got written down here? 1, 3. Okay, so have a go with that. I'll run through the answer to that in a moment in the next video.